This is my brief journey of how I began. After school, I got a chance of working as a casual laborer in a company in the industrial area where I worked for 3 months. And after that, I later on managed to get a small capital, and I started selling mandazis, because one thing, I'm one person who doesn't know how to sit around idle. So I was staying with my sister, and the estate where she was living, early in the morning I could bake mandazis overnight, and then in the morning I would go and cook, and by 6 o'clock I've finished my work. And after that, that gave me capital now to start a small kiosk where I was cooking breakfast. I could even prepare breakfast for a nearby, I think it was a police post, and I could serve breakfast there in the morning. I got more capital. I started doing lunch, and my business, I was happy, it thrived. And after that, later on, I was called somewhere and got a job as a casual laborer again in a factory that was in Kasarani. And I worked there for 3 years. While I was there, I decided, okay, there's something else someone can do to boost yourself in your income. And so I started selling. I went to Kikomba and I bought new panties and bras, and I started selling. That gave me capital to start selling other clothes like skirts, trousers, blouses. Little did I know, I now left the company, and because we were casual laborers, so it was just anytime you would be laid out. And now I was full-time in Kikomba. I started opening leather jackets and selling them. Slowly, I then started traveling to Kampala, getting bags, shoes, clothes, baby clothes. I would go with the season, whether Christmas, Easter, when people need new stuffs for their kids and all that. This is even before the exhibitions in town were opened. After that, I later on now met a friend who told me, you spend quite so much time in the salon over the weekend. Why don't you do a course to be doing your nails for yourselves at home, and you can have time to rest? Yeah, I thought, okay, because then that time I was young and I really used to take care of myself. I went to a beauty school then. It was Aphrodite International, and I did the course. And when I was there, again, I learned that there's a way you can help people with their muscles, their skin, to betten their skin. This is by doing professional facials and massages. I picked interest, and I now furthered my studies, and I did a complete beauty course. I did iTech International, which is a UK-based diploma. After that, I then wanted to, what else can I do in that industry? I decided to do nail technology, then with Creative Nail Designers, which is the Coloma group. I trained and I worked in a salon for 3 months. I was then recalled back in the institute where I did nail technology, and then they trained me, and it was my first time to go to Dubai. I went to Dubai even for training and came back and I became a trainer. We trained people in Kenya and so on and so forth. After that, I got a chance to go to work in Rwanda. And in Rwanda, there were challenges here and there, but I got a good boss who I worked for close to 2 years. And when I was there, I decided to impact the ladies who we were working with. I trained them quite well about nails, facials, how to use the facial machines and all that. And until today, my then boss is still my friend, and she tells me they still practice, which is good that I impacted someone in Rwanda. So 6 of them, 3 still practicing, 3 practicing but also got married. So yeah, I came back to Kenya for about 2 weeks and I proceeded and went to South Sudan when it was a very new country. They had not gotten even their independence. So when I was in South Sudan, I was looking for a challenging job and, just unlike what I was doing. So I wasn't lucky to get one. I had thought of maybe doing like driving. I'm a good driver. And also, or if not that, maybe some office job. But there was none for me. I looked at the niche, the need that was there then. There was no salon. There was nothing to do with beauty or nails. So I asked my elder sister, to send me a foot spa and products and all that. And I started working under a tree outside an international organization. And I could have a long queue of foreigners coming for their nails to be done, queuing for their nails. And I could charge well, yeah. And after that, I now opened the first spa in South Sudan. This is before their independence. And I ran the business for 2.5 years, and my challenge was getting professionals who could do hair properly, do massages and all that. So we used to get people from Kenya and Uganda and work with them. After that, I had a bigger challenge with my business partner. Then I lost my business to my business partner. And that was not the end of it. I'm one person who never says die. I just don't give up easily. I had gotten a loan and bought a vehicle. It had just arrived. And here I am. I have nowhere to stay, nothing. I didn't have even shelter, to be sincere. For 21 days, I slept on the floor. Yeah. I slept on the floor in a compound that I was helping the owners to take care. So I had to come back home and depressed, stayed for a week, hospitalized for a week. And after that, I stayed at home, recovered. And I was actually, for me to have gone back to South Sudan, I was going to sell this vehicle to pay back my loan. Instead, when you serve God and you religiously pray that God will make a way for you, indeed He will. God started opening doors. Equity Bank then was opening in South Sudan, and they hired my vehicle for 3 months. Before they finished, there was an embassy that now was opening a branch in South Sudan, consulate, and they hired my vehicle again. Instead of buying, they hired it for 6 months. And there we go. I bought another car, the second car. So to cut the whole story short, I had a fleet of cars. I had about 4 cars and I was doing car hire business in South Sudan. Still, when they got now their independence, I was selected among 5 people who were there to work on a VIP who had come to visit South Sudan. And by God's grace, I was rated high. I worked on the person. The person appreciated and decided to pay me himself. And I thought, seriously, working on let's say a prime minister or a president of a nation, it's there in, we don't disclose our patients. It was an awesome thing. So a friend of mine told me, okay, why don't you go for holiday just to remember, such an incident that happened to you? And then that is how my journey to traveling to other countries started. And I traveled to Bangkok, where I checked, because I'm one person, I can't be able to just sit and do nothing, even for that holiday. So I was in school for 2 weeks and I learned their way of doing massage. So I did Thai massage. I even took it further and I did Thai medical massage at Watpo International Institute. And when I was there still, I met someone. I thought we do reflexology as beauticians, but I got a session of reflexology from a professional reflexologist. That is the time I knew reflexology is totally different from foot massage. I spoke with them and I booked for the following year. That is where my journey as a reflexologist started. So I went back to Bangkok and I did training. basics reflexology, and I went and practiced for 1.5 years. After that, I was told if I want to further my studies, because they could see that I'm one person who always want to challenges, I can only specialize in Taiwan. And after 1.5 years of practice, I applied in Taiwan and they approved, and I went for my training. So my journey as a reflexologist started from there. When I got to Taiwan, I learned quite a lot. Yeah, I went back. We did advanced reflexology first year. So I would go for training and then take time, go do practice, come back, do your exams. I became a trainer. After that, I did acupressure training, and well, until today, we still learn. There is no you're learning until this point. It's a continuation of training. So what I can say key to success is that one needs to be focused. In everything that you do, you need to have goals. You need to be positive, believe in what you're doing. Another thing is you need to also be passionate. Integrity is key in everything that you do in life. And once you are able to achieve that, you're good to go. That's what I can advise someone. Yeah, it's never easy, but there'll be challenges ahead of you, but you need to be a prayerful person to make it to be an overcomer. Yes, and to achieve your goals. Now, some of the challenges that as reflexologists we go through is getting professional trained reflexologists to work with. People will come and say that they are reflexologists, but they are not professionally trained. All that they know to do is foot massage, and they call it reflexology. This is not only in our nation, but it is actually in many countries. You'll find people with so big billboards and all that, and big names as reflexologists, but seriously, it's not. Another thing is to create awareness for people to understand what reflexology is, because some of the people who need to do reflexology, they will come and they're like, oh, you're just touching my foot and not doing anything else. And then you'll give the do's and don'ts. But at times it becomes a challenge. You're only doing your part and the person is not doing their part. And then now it takes a longer time for the person to even recover. This is a journey. It's a two-way traffic. You have to do what you're advised to do. I have to do my job, and then we can be able now to get to our goal together. Another thing I would say is people need to be patient. Yeah, it takes quite some time for your nerve system or your body to get damaged. May it be tension, may it be a nerve issue. So it won't be a one-day therapy that will be able to correct that. So patience pays. Patience is needed. Yeah. So, and with that, I can say that reflexology and our body alignment and therapeutic massage has been working well with us. Yeah, and to be able, for massage, it helps me to accomplish my goal better after the person's entire body is relaxed. So the nerve system, we are able to enhance it, as well as the massage, the muscle part of it. Our main goal is to train as many people as possible to be professional reflexologists. This will help us to help people in our community too. For more information, you can follow us on our social media pages, on our Facebook and LinkedIn, Esther Seatbelt Center. And you can also check on us on our website for testimonials, and also call us to book your appointments. Yeah, thank you.